One thing that we've always been wanting to learn is how to be more confident. As people, a lot of times mental, just maybe even trauma, but more like, for example, like mental anxieties or like smaller things that have developed from like one-time scenarios are big contributors to lack, excuse me, of confidence in many or almost all people. So I came up with an idea that would help you regain some more confidence, and to not only do that, but also reinforce the identity of you being a confident person, right? And my first story for making this was because one of my friends, she was talking to me, and she was asking, it was during she was asking about her sunglasses and if you could see their eyes through it. And you kind of could, right? That's literally what it says. I kind of can. And the immediate response was like a heavy dislike to what I just said. And I thought about it, and it made me think, don't hide behind sunglasses, right? The idea behind that is it reinforces an insecurity which you stated about yourself when you got the sunglasses. When you got them, you said, okay, this will make me more confident because people can't see me. And when you say that, you're also telling yourself that the, I guess, true or unsunglassed, right, version of yourself is less confident, not good enough, needs something more. And you've looked to an external solution rather than an internal solution, right? So it also does, I wrote listed here, a positive reinforcement of low self-confidence, since you're repetitively, every time you pick up the sunglasses and wear them, you're saying to yourself, I have low self-confidence. I have low self-confidence. Right? And then you wonder why people can't talk to each other. It's just, you often get things like that where people don't look intrinsically and they don't see how that's actually affecting them. And that's something that needs to be taught by people better than me. But I want to at least acknowledge that and put that into a light to where you and me and us, we can see that in front of us and know that we can be better than that, right? And the other tip, now we're flipping directions, is, or another way that I want to word it is, give yourself a form of progress, right? Because it's one thing to acknowledge that, okay, maybe I do have low self-confidence, but it's another thing to acknowledge that you can boost yourself into a situation where you aren't exactly comfortable, but you can understand that that's what you need to get progress in obtaining higher confidence and becoming more expressive of your thoughts and ideas, or talking to people that you like to talk to without seeming out of place, right? And the most difficult part, obviously, is actually doing the process. Now, this often involves a lot of things because, actually, maybe it doesn't. It actually doesn't, yeah. I take back what I said. It doesn't involve a lot of things because oftentimes 95% of it is mental clutter. And with the mental clutter, it's a resistor, right? It stops you from going to take the action that would actually help you in the long term. And with that being said, it's also the reason why a lot of people don't get things done is because they say that they want something under a certain condition. They'll only do it if this, if that, if that. When instead, if they just get more value, if they just repetitively did the actionable step, right? And to actually do any process of, especially just confidence sorts, you need to build two things. You need to build your focus, your attention, in other words, which for most of you is probably horrible, unless you actually watched 5 minutes of me, then congratulations. But for a lot of people, they have the attention span of about one TikTok. Not very long. Actually, I think it's less than that. I think recent studies have shown that like people's attention rates are dropping to like 2 to 4 seconds. It's like really bad. Like people are becoming impatient. They're becoming a lot more aggressive when they don't get something quickly. And I feel like that's going to be a downfall, like a really bad downfall for people who don't recognize that. Because I feel like they're going to get into a lot of angry situations where they don't exactly know what they're doing and it causes them to fail. They don't know what they're doing and it causes them to fail. But that's not us. Right? And I'm going to reiterate that because it's a very important point that you should at least invest some time into thinking about how you're going to do something and then invest a lot more time into actually doing it. So that way you learn how to do the process, which can give yourself progress, which can mean you take off the sunglasses and you throw them in the bin. Trash, right there actually. And then you get a lot more progress. So, this is obviously a lot more difficult than it would seem at first. But from what I'm thinking here, right. So there's this idea I wrote down here. I'm trying to remember how I wanted to say it. It was build a focus chamber. What I mean by this is you have to cultivate the ability to sit down or walk around or whatever and be focused on a singular pointed task. The reason for how and what benefits you gain from this is because when you build this type of focus, you obtain a lot more quality over what you do, how you do it, who you're with, what you're doing, what your time consists of, and how you convey yourself, right? These qualities of a being improve over time when they're able to focus on a singular thing that usually they're lacking in, or maybe they excel at, and because they practice it over and over and over again, right? It's the reason why sports professionals are sports professionals. It's because they psychotically practiced it over and over and over again until they've gotten the amount of skill to the point of almost like there's like a haze between the good, the great, and then that person, right? There's that haze. That haze is the work that you don't see. So after you go and build your focus chamber, and after you give yourself progress by telling yourself what you need to do and how to do it and practicing it, like going out and doing it, despite whatever emotions you congregate in yourself, you then obtain the ability to perhaps deny future insecurities about yourself, maybe related to confidence, or maybe helping get rid of like maybe symptoms of sorts. Obviously, go to the doctor if need be. But I think with that being said, it's really important to make sure that you're building up upon something that increases your value that you can see in the present moment, because it'll allow you to help convey a stronger message, help you gain or help contribute to gain value in other people, which in turn gains value of yourself. And it makes you, I think it would make you feel more fulfilled and have probably a better, more enjoyable life, right? So, nice talking to you. I'm gonna head out. Peace.